Okie dokie. Coming in for a landing in your body, feeling what it feels like to be you on the planet Earth today in your body. Try to let go of all the stories about everything that has happened before and everything that is going to happen later and the runnings of the world, and just come into your own phenomenological experience, what it feels like to be you with the part of you that has always been there, the part of you that was born in this body, and the part of you that is there in the dream. I had a really ridiculous dream last night that I was working at 33rd Street Equinox and I was trying to get there from the East Village. And I was like running. It was one of those, oh, I'm going to be super late. And then there's like all sorts of chaos. And I call this version of New York that I call Transit City because it isn't New York, it's some other crazy city. And I arrived at this huge field and I was like, oh my God. And in the field, I could see like a what is it called? A conveyor belt of like grass that was like moving along. And I was like, what is this? And a voice says, that's for the overachievers. And at that point, I realized that what I was doing in my life, in yeah, overwhelmed overachievers, people trying to do too much. I was like, oh, this is the metaphor for this dream. So yeah. Are you an overachiever? Do you overbook? That's what I did yesterday. Twice I like messed up my schedule. Twice in one day. Let's inhale, open it up, reach to the heavens. Oh, take in that good high energy and exhale. Release it down, coming down to earth. Inhale, opening, stretching, reaching up, and exhale, bringing it down. Let it go. Inhale. Stretch it up. Reach, reach, reach. Exhale. Release it down. Two more. Inhale, open. Fill up. Expand. Open and lift. Exhale. Release. Come down to earth. Last one. Inhale, open. Reach it out and up. And exhale. Feeling the space around you. Yeah, it's very, I always think of myself as highly competent, but yesterday was a day of high incompetence, like just messing things up. When I got to whatever I was doing, I was fine. But actually having a schedule that I showed up for was clearly too much of a challenge for me. All right, before we do the breath work, I want to do the twists. So just starting standing, spiraling. Yeah. High competence, high incompetence. And like, do you tend to overschedule yourself? And do you even know you're doing it? Sometimes we do not know where the boundary is until we go too far. Breathing, feeling your body. I told you guys not to think about yesterday or the day before, and then I told you my stories about yesterday. It's still reverberating in my psyche, especially from that dream. And like in my dream, I got it. I got it that I had overbooked and I was overextending myself. And I kind of knew it was a dream. And yet I was still trying to get to this gym to teach a class. Although some other interesting things happened along the way. And at that point, I was like, well, let's play with this a little bit. So I didn't take it quite so seriously in the latter half of the dream. All right, let's do some breath work. Let's do some um, what we're going to do, we're just going to do this little test. We are going to breathe for 1 minute and see how many breaths you take. You're going to count your breaths in the minute. I'm just getting a timer on my phone. And this isn't like we're trying to do this many breaths or that many breaths. We're just doing this as a baseline to find out where we are. And of course, right now I need to blow my nose, have a sneeze. The morning sneezes. So you're just going to breathe regularly and you're going to count your breaths So let's exhale everything out and count your breaths starting now. All right, stay present. We're halfway through, and that's it. 1 minute. So, however many breaths you had, I had six, which is pretty good. But we're not trying to judge it. Like you might be breathing faster and you might need more breath right now, or you might be breathing slower. So we're not judging it. We're just seeing where it is. And now we're going to do the deep breath. Inhale, exhale, in through your nose, out through your mouth for, let's go for 15. Then we're going to stop and have a breath hold. And I have my phone now, so I will take our time. Probably the first breath hold will be like 30 or 40 seconds, and then we'll see if we can get to bigger ones. You breathe in when you need to. You do not need to make it last as long as I'm trying to make it last, or if you want to last longer, you can do that too. So here we go, starting with the 15 breaths. Inhale, exhale. Ideally, you're sitting down for this. Do not do this driving. And you don't want to be somewhere where you could fall over. If you feel dizzy, sit down, like lay down, right? There is the possibility of passing out. It's a very slight one, but it's possible. 15 big breaths. We take one more inhale, exhale, and then we inhale and we hold. And we're holding like 30 or 40 seconds. We exhale that out. We take another short inhale, 5 or 10 seconds, and then we stop and we start again. We'll do it 3 times. Here we go. Big breath in, everything out. Inhale in and hold. Keep the breath hold. Just relax your body. No extra tension. Everything is fine. 30 seconds in. If you want, we're going to go 10 more seconds if you can. Exhale out. That was 40 seconds. Inhale, short breath hold. Relax your body. Exhale, let it go. Take a couple of resting breaths, look around, tell yourself you're safe. Sometimes it can be really panicky to hold our breath, like, oh my God, I gotta breathe. If you need to breathe, if you feel panicky, breathe. It's just breathing, right? It doesn't have to be a big deal. Let's do it again. Here we go. 15. Big breath in, everything out. Inhale in and hold. You can engage Mula Bandha, Uddiyana Bandha, Jalandhar Bandha, drawing in and up, containing the air if you want to. Relax the outer body. Tell yourself it's fine. Everything is okay. 30 seconds. Take an extra sip. 45 seconds. We're just going to do a slow hiss exhale. Soft hiss. As soon as you've exhaled out everything, inhale, hold, short breath hold. Exhale, let it go. Look around, check it out. Tell your body you're safe. Listen to the bird sounds if you can hear them. Bird sounds. We have been listening to them for thousands of years. We know that we're safe when we can hear the birds in our nervous systems. All right, we're going to do it last time. This time we're going to hold the breath hold a little bit longer. If you need to breathe in, breathe in. I'm going to go for a minute. It's not that long. It seems like it's long, but it's not the longest. Probably even with a couple of days training, you could hold for 2 minutes. Here we go. Inhale. Big in. Everything out. Inhale in. Engage the bandhas and relax. Engage it like a 4 to a 6 on a scale of 1 to 10. Don't go all the way to 10. 40 seconds. Take a sip if you need it. Slow exhale, that's 1 minute. Inhale, short breath hold. Relaxed body. Let it go. Take a couple of extra resting breaths to soften, melt. Soften, 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 melt, melt, melt. Relax your body, drop into the earth. And we're going to do one more 1 minute. Just count your breaths this time. Just see how many breaths you take in the 1 minute. And that's a minute. Yeah, that I went down to 3.5 breaths. So 6 breaths the first time, 3.5 breaths the second time, very effortlessly. It's a good way to test, like how much have you worked with your lung capacity, your breath, your oxygen, and how are you feeling, right? So it's a good to do the test ahead of time and then again test afterwards. Uh, okay, so we're gonna move. We're gonna get into movement now. But I feel like the breath work and lymph flush together are just such a good way of uh, helping your system heal, right? Helping your system recover from things. Sometimes we just think, oh, it's just getting worse and worse. I'm getting older. It's all getting worse and worse. It's like, yeah, but we're in a living system. This living system has tremendous capacity for healing, for change, for adjustment. But we might need to change what we're offering it, right? Maybe we need more sleep. Maybe we need healthier food. Maybe we need to quit smoking. Maybe we need to quit drinking. Maybe we need to do something so we're not leaching our body of the nutrition that it needs. Or maybe we need to go for a walk, get more sunlight, who knows? But it's a living system. It's tremendously capable of healing and change given good conditions. All right, we're going to do some weights today. So if you have weights, great. If you don't have weights, it's okay. You'll still be getting work. I'm going to go with the sixes today. So I've got 2 sets of 3-pound weights that I'm going to hold on to, little 6-pound weights. I'm not feeling up for the tens, and I don't have the sevens here today. We're going to start parallel, and we are going to plie and do a bicep curl. 2, 3, 4. Because I'm a dancer, we're going to do 8. 5, 6, 7, 8. We're going to press up with straight legs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Turning out your feet. Small little turnout, baby turnout. Plies. 1, 2, like a pizza slice. Not not much bigger than a right angle. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Pressing up. 1, 2, tippy toes. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Into parallel. Starting to feel it. 1, 2, plies. 3, 4, 5, 6, bones. 7, 8. Bones really require like pulling and pushing. Like if we don't have weights, we need to be doing more like animal flowy stuff to get that strength into our bones. They need to have stress, right? They need pressure and stress to build. Here we go. 1, both pushing, pulling. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Come down. We are going to do another set, but before we do that, we're going to turn in and out. So rotating in, curling, rotating out, opening, rotating in, arms and legs, rotate out, open, spiral in, spiral out. I'm on a really awkward spot on my floor. Spiral in, spiral out, rotate in, rotate open, rotate, curling in, opening up, curling in, open it up, in and out, and in and out, right? We also need the tissue to spiral. That gives the layers of fascia, connective tissue, bone, muscle. And fascia is like continuous and integrated into your muscle. And it goes all the way to your bone, right? The perifascia. So this fiber in our body, we want to have some pliability with it. We want to have some capacity to move, sliding surfaces, gliding, and we do that through movement and compression, like rolling around on the floor or using a foam roller. Here we go. wide, 1, 2, parallel, 3, 4, 5. That was my recuperation chat. 6, 7, 8. Going up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Turn it out. Last set. Plie, knees over your toes. 1. These are just demi plies. 2, you're not going all the way down. 3, chest open. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Up. You might want to narrow in just a little bit. 1, 2, 3. Tippy toes. 4, long straight legs. 5, 6, 7, 8. Good. Relax. Circle one shoulder, circle the other in a very relaxed way. So we're working for mobility. We're not trying to like squeeze and engage every muscle. We're just mobilizing our shoulders. There is some squeezing going on, but we don't need to think about it. Other way, coming forward, up and over, mobilizing. Let your head be relaxed. Good. Then we're going to take it into a set of flies. You're going to bend your knees, stick out your butt, arch your back, opening up, going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Try to get deep. 7, 8. We're going to go for 10 of these. 9, 10. Hands on your hips, stick out your butt, arch your back, elbows, going 1, triceps, 2, 3, stopping at your hips, 4, control the descent, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and relax. That's all we're going to do with weights. Put them down, although actually we're probably going to use the weighted ball, so you may need them by you again. Where is mine? It's over here. Coming down onto the floor, onto your mat. Just going to have a sip of water. And coming all the way down. Let's go right ahead with that circle. So if you have your weights nearby, you can hold both of them. I just use this weighted ball. It's 8 pounds. Circling around your body. You're going to come up. Inhale, open. Exhale as you come up. If you don't have something weighted, go out into the yard, search for a rock, right? Find something, a brick, a jug, something to hold onto. And change direction, other way. Inhale as your arms go over your head. Exhale as you come up. Don't lock out your elbows. Elbows are slightly bent, but arms are long. One more. Oh my God, we're getting exercise. I can't believe it. All right, coming in, taking your arms out to the side. If you need a softer, gentler one, there are some out there of my videos. Go back, find one. This is a little more intense today. From side to side, just a little bit more intense. Spiraling, turning your head away from your legs. Yeah, as this overachiever tries to catch up with her own life. Stretch your legs out, drop it from side to side. I've also heard if you need to get something done, or if you have a task that you need someone to do, give it to a busy woman because she will do it. I can't say that's true of me. Good. And bring it in. And then let's go for the really gentle one, just letting your knees fall from side to side. Relax your guts, relax your belly, relax your butt, relax your inner thighs, relax your feet, relax all the little muscles along next to your spine, and relax all the bigger muscles that are along next to your spine. Melt. And let's take the upper body with it. So you're rolling onto one side and then onto the other. Soften your neck and head. Relax. Breathe. Let your head weight really drop into the earth. Relax your neck and jaw, massaging out your back body, getting this compression as you roll across. Good. And then let's take it in. Feet on the floor, hands down by your sides. Lift your pelvis up, circles with your hips. Opening the hips at the top, dropping down. Breathing. Yeah, I need to start making sure that I actually put things on my calendar and then look at my calendar. Change direction. Good. And then come in. Take your arms up, internally, externally rotate, just spiraling in. Spread out your fingers. Pinky spiral, thumb spiral. Pinkies lead the way, thumbs lead the way. Pinkies, thumbs. Let this massage out your upper traps, and your scapula is moving around on your back. Good. And then release, roll it down. Take a big deep breath in, and then let it go. So I feel like different generations have different sort of breath holding patterns. I feel like my mom's generation tends to not let the exhale out enough. Like there's a lot of, my mom does a lot. She'll go, oh, and like she'll have like a big sigh. And like, wow, you must have really been holding on to a lot to have that sound coming out right now. Yeah, it's almost like her, one of her resets is to like this big, oh, letting go of it all. And I was talking to my stepsister, and she was saying that her mom also doesn't really exhale that much. So we want to make sure that we're working on both inhaling and exhaling, that we have a relationship to letting go. Sometimes you let go too much and you drop all the cheese off your cracker. That's what happened to me yesterday. It wasn't about letting go. Sometimes you are, it was about taking on too much. Oh. So noticing what your breath patterns are, right? For me, like I do a lot of sighing also, similar to my mom. Well, similar, but whenever I'm like doing an activity, I find myself, oh, like letting off these sighs. So notice, do you not take in enough? Do you not let go enough, right? Generally, there's something going on. Take your arms up over your head. You're going to pull forward and backward. Try to relax your upper back and neck. Just an easy pull. Hamstrings, erectors, and butt are working, but upper traps relaxed and easy. So there's some movement up there. And roll it down. Take your hands down by your sides and press it back up. Interlace your hands behind your butt. Walk your shoulders close together if possible, or just push the floor away with your hands. Internal rotation, external rotation. Rotate in, rotate out, rotate in. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale, right? That coherent breathing is when we're breathing the same on the inhale and the exhale. and bring it in. Release your hands, roll it down. And sometimes people feel like they can't get enough air in because they haven't exhaled enough. So letting out that breath, we fill up, we let go. We breathe in, we let it out, we let it go. Breathe in, let it go. So we have a flow. Let's happy baby again. Wiggle around in your baby. Breathe like a young, untraumatized animal, right? Trauma teaches us to hold our breath a lot, to like hold your breath, not to be seen, be quiet, keep it together, right? We want to breathe enough that we can exist in a healthy way and also be able to take up breath. Culturally, we're not very accepting of people making noise, right? Like with their breath. Take your hands down by your sides, legs up to the ceiling, circles. Yeah, so classes that I've taught at the gym, I would have like mostly women and some men, and I would say, really let out, like let a big sigh out on the exhale, a big inhale, or I'd ask them to make noise with their breath, and like often a lot of the women wouldn't make any noise, but the guys would, and then the women would get really annoyed at the guys for making so much noise. And I'm like, this is what I'm asking for. Let it out sometimes. Inhale, fill it up, exhale, let it go. We can find our strength with a strong exhale. Last one, and relax. Lower down, wiggle it out. Yeah, you're not going to fall apart by exhaling too much. If whatever you're holding on to, you start to let go of, it might feel weird to have more energy in your body. It might feel like, oh, this doesn't feel like me. I don't have that holding. But that's just your ego saying, I got to do this. I got to hold that. This is my pattern. If you start to let that go and just be a little more spacious in your body, there will be more flow. It will be more healthy. Eventually, you'll feel better. It might feel too weird at first, right? There's a reason that we stay in our patterns because they're familiar. It takes energy to grow and change, but then we have more energy. Internally rotate one leg at a time, spiraling in, turning your head away from the knee that's going down. And then lower your knee, hook the other heel over it, just spiral, hang out there for a minute, breathe, switch it to the other side. Go back and forth with that a couple more times in your own time. Good. And let's roll it over, coming onto your belly on the mat. From this rolled over position, what you are going to do is travel up to the edge of your mat, like however you need to, and then push it back, travel down. Can you travel from your belly, rolling around? It might be uncomfortable, it might be hard, but there may be a time when you got to do that, wriggle low under something to get somewhere, right? There's a reason they practice this kind of stuff in the army, or they used to, I don't know. I think they still do. See if you can travel on your mat, staying low. Just try it, right? Wriggle, do the worm, do whatever you need to do to get there. If it hurts your knees, be gentle. All right, relax. We just want to teach our body that there are a lot of ways that you can get wherever you got to go. Bend your knees from side to side. Plus, with that kind of movement, like we're loosening up the fascia in a good way, unblocking flow on the front of our bodies and in our hips and in our shoulders, right? Requiring different types of movement. Coming in, let's do a baby cobra. So, baby cobra, no hands. Inhale up, exhale down. Use your breath. Inhale, exhale. Go ahead and connect the hands, take it up higher. Going to where it feels good to you. You can bend your knees or not. Take it back into a child's pose. Wiggle around. Soften your spine. Relax. Awaken that head-tail connection. Awaken and enliven head-tail connection. And then let's bring it up onto all fours, coming to your hands and knees. Let's just do a walk to the front of your mat. Walk until your knees are going to go off the mat, and then walk it backwards. Also known as crawling. This is also known as crawling. Taking it forward. And try some different energies in that crawl. Like imagine like you're a tiger or a lion. So here's one of the different things about tigers and lions. Tigers don't hang out in prides, right? Lions do. Tigers are more solitary. This is all the information that I learned from the internet. All right, let's take it back into the middle of your mat. Walk your hands forward, big circles with your hips. The great oracle, which decides what you're going to see for you. Curating your life experience online. Change direction. Yeah, I remember in the early days of the internet, when you searched something, really obscure stuff might come up and you'd find really interesting things. And now it's not like that anymore. Whoever's paying the highest dollar, that's what you find. Let's take it to our forearm plank. Head forward, heels back. Although apparently I think there are search engines that aren't Google that have more like openness. But who has the time for it all? All right, let's take our arms out to the sides, right out to your sides. So make sure they're not forward, they're not back. Right out to your sides, circles with your hands or circles with your arms. We haven't done this one in a while. Change direction. Take your hands next to your chest, arch up, bend your knees, curl your toes under, take it to a downward dog. Take one leg up as high as it can go, reaching to the ceiling, pulsing up, going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Switch it to the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Bring it down. Lift your heels, scoop your belly in, roll it forward into a plank. You're going to lower down in 10 counts. Going 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back onto your belly. Hands out to the side, flexing out through the heels of the hands. Spread your fingers, circles. Change direction. Lift everything up this time and float it around. Float. Tummy time. And then take your hands next to your chest. Arch up, bend your knees, curl your toes under, take it back to a downward dog. Bend one knee, bend the other, stretching out your calf and Achilles. Reach your tail to the ceiling, roll it forward. We're coming all the way down in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands out to the side, fists going down. So your fist goes down, circles. Change direction. Hands next to your chest. Take it up. This time just into a child's pose. We're not going into the downward dog. Just a child's pose. Breathe. Wiggle around. Free up your back. Soften your head and neck. Soften your face. Ideally, your forehead is touching the floor here. Breathe and take it back. Coming up. Let's do hands and knees again. Taking one leg out behind you, making circles in the back space. Right underneath you, pointed toes. If you want to make it harder, opposite arm comes up off the floor. Flex and go the other way. Good. And release it down. Switch it to the other side. Circles. Opposite arm, optional. Do it if you want to. You don't have to. Long, straight leg, pointed toes. Flex and change direction. Good. And release it down. And let's sit on our butts. A little more mobility. I think I should have a class just called Weird Mobility. But this, we're going to do butt walks. So what it's doing is putting a rhythm through your body, which is a lot like walking, right? But we're just doing it without our legs. This is also going to help, and you're going to go backwards too. If you are tight in your hamstrings, if you have any injuries going into your sit bones, great way to get that getting some compression as we roll across it, but also moving, right? Our pelvis is not locked up here. We are mobilizing our pelvis to do these walks. Great for our gut body. Going forward again. If you're tighter, you can bend your knees more to go. If you bend your knees more, you probably go faster. Maybe not, who knows? Squishing around all your like reproductive organs or your for the guys, just be gentle. Don't go too nuts. That's a good pun there. Don't go too nuts. All right, let's take it back down all the way to the floor. Oh, come in for a landing. Take a big breath in. We're gonna do theta breath here, and we're gonna just free up our hands and feet. Um, so the theta breath is a soft hiss, a very gentle tongue behind your teeth. It will extend your exhale. If you're ever feeling anxious and horrible and you need to like come into yourself, do the theta breath. Use it to extend the exhale. This will calm down your nervous system uh, somewhat or a lot. It always works for me. It really brings me into myself. So we're going to do theta. Let's do ankles first. You're just going to have one foot up in the air. You're going to imagine you have just discovered that you have a leg here and you're trying to figure out what it can do. Don't imagine that it's a clunky thing. Imagine that you have got Nureyev or Baryshnikov's leg. And who are those people? They're ballet dancers of the last century. Baryshnikov is still alive. Circles, very strong, very agile legs. And you're going to do the theta breath hiss. You're figuring out how it can move. And don't do this as like I'm trying to get exercise. Do this in a sort of playful way. I'm trying to experience this leg in a new way. Go ahead and switch it out. What's up with the other one? If you find something that feels good, explore it a little while. Don't feel like you need to go crazy all over the place. Doesn't have to be the same as what you did on the other side. Let that one go. We're doing both arms together. You have discovered you have these arms. You could also just pretend that you are conducting the underwater orchestra, right? So you're inviting in this flow, conducting the underwater orchestra. And maybe the underwater orchestra has instruments that nobody's ever seen before that require some very different ways of being conducted. Allowing yourself to experience the experience from the inside, where you're not watching it from the outside, judging yourself, but you're in the experience, enjoying the curiosity and the wonder of the experience, if possible, aiming toward that. Good, letting that come to a close, gently rolling from side to side, just relaxing and melting. Rolling, rolling, rolling. Keep them doggies rolling, ride. I really don't know quite the tune of that. Oh, and look at that. My camera has just gone off all by itself. It couldn't take the singing. Come on, camera. Go to FaceTime for a minute. The other camera and see if I can get the Logitech Brio number 4 back because there we go. All right. And then coming up, bringing yourself into some sort of ready to breathe for the final breathings. I'm going to do it in a forward fold. Well, I'm going to start in a forward fold and just shift from side to side a couple times. Feet wide. Let your head hang down. Shift that butt around side to side. Come into center and roll it up, coming all the way up to the top. Inhale, open. Reach to the heavens. Exhale, bend your knees, drop it down, touch it down to earth. Inhale, open it up, reaching for the vast sky, connecting it down into the ground. Inhale, open, reach it out. Exhale, drop it down. Let your head, neck, and back relax. Bend your knees if you need to. Last one. Open your heart. Exhale, drop it down. Bend your knees, soften, melt. Good. And coming to the end of class. Oh, hello there, David. Uh, thanks for joining us. This is the end. My friend, uh, and I have to get off really fast because I have to make to get on the phone. So joyous blessings to the humans out there in the world, in the interwebs. May your day be bright. And